Here's my question. Why aren't the lost saved?
Hey everybody, welcome to Church of Christ Answers. I'm your host Aaron Earhart, and we're glad that you're here. Today we continue our study of Calvinism, and in particular, the 5 major tenets of Calvinism. They can be summed up by the acronym TULIP. T, total hereditary depravity. U, unconditional election. L, limited atonement. I, irresistible grace. And P, perseverance of the saints. Last time we talked about the T, today we're going to talk about the U, unconditional election. Unconditional election says that God arbitrarily chose a certain fixed number of individuals to save before the foundation of the world. That He predestined some individuals to go to heaven and some individuals to go to hell before they were ever born. Now, right off the bat, I've got some big problems with that. First, it impugns God's character. What does that say about the justice and fairness of God if He condemns certain individuals before they were ever born? Think about that. Let's suppose, according to Calvinism, that Bill is saved and Bob is lost. We ask, why is Bob lost? Is it because Bob rejected the gospel? Is it because Bob is living a life of sin? No, they say, God just didn't choose him. That terribly impugns the character of God. And then there are passages like 1 Timothy 2:4, where Paul said God desires all people to be saved. Or Titus 2:11, where Paul said the grace of God bringing salvation has appeared to all people. Or 2 Peter 3:9, where Peter said the Lord is not wanting any to perish, but for all to come to repentance. Does God want all people saved or not? If those passages are true, unconditional election is false. Period. And then I think about God being a respecter of persons. Throughout the Bible, we're told God is no respecter of persons, that there's no partiality with God. Well, unconditional election makes Him the ultimate respecter of persons. And why would Paul say in passages like 1 Corinthians 9:19 that he sought to win more? The elect are already won, and the non-elect couldn't be won even if they wanted to be won. And why have final judgment? Final judgment becomes absolutely unnecessary. Calvinists say God already made that decision a long, long time ago. I hosted a live radio program in Louisville, Kentucky for 10 years called Bible Talk. And from that radio program, I had several debates with Calvinistic preachers. I want to play a clip of one of those preachers. I asked him a simple question. Why aren't the lost saved? My answer would be the lost are not saved because they reject God. They don't obey the gospel. But listen to what he said. It took him a minute, but he finally admitted the ugly truth of Calvinism. Why aren't the lost saved?
Here's my question. Why aren't the lost saved?
Why aren't the lost saved? Who's lost and who's saved? That's the question I have.
Why?
How
question.
Can you detect, and how can you detect who's lost and who's saved?
Hold on. Simple question. Simple question.
Aaron,
are you not going to be honest enough to even answer one simple question?
I'm asking you a simple question.
Answer my question, and I'll answer whatever question you have.
And who's not saved?
Listen to you. Are you not going to answer this question? If you answer my question, I'll answer whatever question you throw at me.
I'm going to throw you no more questions.
Why?
I'm asking you to answer this question.
Listen. Why aren't the lost saved?
The lost are not saved because why? The Lord don't want them to be saved. The Lord don't want them to be saved. The Lord don't want them to be saved. The Lord don't want them to be saved.
That's my point. Thank you for admitting it.
Wow, isn't that amazing? He finally admitted that the lost are not saved because the Lord don't want them saved. That is the ugly truth of Calvinism. You see, when they talk about unconditional election, they love to talk about the positive side of that equation. Oh, we're the elect. God chose us. But anytime there's an election, there's also a rejection. Maybe we should talk more about why the lost aren't saved. They don't want to talk about that because it exposes them. My friends, as we saw with the T, now we see with the U, Calvinism is a false doctrine. Lord willing, next time we'll talk about the L. Until then, have a great day.